Well, for Christians, life is never easy. It's never easy, firstly, because we live in a fallen world, as does everyone else. But secondly, it's never easy because as a Christian, we will face unique challenges and trials. And that's a reality that the Apostle Peter tells us in verse 6 and 7 of chapter 1. But he gives us three motivations to endure in the midst of our trials. Here's the first motivation we see in verse 6, and it's that these trials only last a little while. These trials, though they may feel like they go on forever, they are temporary. Their effects may last even the entirety of our life on earth. Quite often they'll pass before our time on earth passes, but sometimes they may last the entirety of our lives, but they will undoubtedly pass, if not in this life, in the life to come. But the second motivation to endure is that these trials test the genuineness of our faith. It's not a test as if God is sitting in heaven and waiting to see whether or not we pass or fail and waiting to see whether or not we have true faith. These tests aren't for God. God knows whether or not we possess true faith. Rather, these are tests for our benefit. They help us see whether or not we have true faith. And so when we suffer for Christ's sake, it's a good sign and encourages us to know that we truly are one of Christ's children. Those who suffer for Christ most likely belong to Christ. And so that's why this suffering is more precious than gold, which too is tested by fire. So why endure suffering? Well, it's temporary. It reveals the true nature of our faith. And thirdly, then, it results in praise and glory at the revelation of Jesus Christ. One day, Christ will return. You will see him face to face. And how much sweeter will that day be when you've overcome the various trials and temptations which have been set in your way. You have fought the good fight. You've lived a full life. You've faced various trials. And now you stand complete in Jesus Christ.